Hi everyone, this is Chandan. Today we are going to see the views in SQL. So how we can use that views and what is view. So let's see first the definition what is views. View is a virtual table and it's created by a summary of tables. So basically when we need summary of multiple tables and we need to provide some security like encapsulate that table. That turns we create virtual tables in the memory. So virtual table is a not actual table. It's create only queries in the database, and when we need that data, the query will execute on the fly, and we can apply that to all the operations on the fly. So actually, it does not store the result set in the disk like table. So and these are the definitions. A view is a virtual table that is based on the results of a query. It does not store data itself, but provides a way to represent data from one or more tables. So sometimes it's also provide overhead on performance because it's execute on the fly. And we can update, delete, or insert the view, and it does not contains any storage. So when we load some data and in multiple tables and we want to summary of that data, so that times that query is only stored, not actual data. I hope you got it. Let's create that view. So to perform that operations, I created two tables, departments with department ID and department name. There is second tables, employee with the employee ID, employee name, department ID, which is a reference of that first tables, and salary. So I inserted these values in that. So as a department, I inserted in single values, and there I inserted 3 columns data in 5 records, employee, department ID, and salary. Okay. So let's see how we can create that views. So to create that views, we need to write SQL statement. A statement will be the same like whatever we are performing previously, like summary of two tables like joining and group by like that. So first we need to type some SQL statements like d dot department. So I will create a department name and a reference department table reference as D. Okay, department name and second table will be second table will be employee as a, and let's count that values of e dot employee ID. So basically I'm just summarizing that data of total salary employee. So I'm summarizing the total salary by departments. So here you can see department names and each employee, total salary, average salary. So I just want to store that as a view. So I just need to write create view, department salary summary. So only these lines are used for create that views, and the other is simple SQL statements. So here you can see and that view is created, and we can see that, and there is here you. So that view is created, and now we can directly select that data from that. So we do not need to write again and again. I just need to write that normal statement on all the summarized data I can get. It will run all that queries for me every time. Let's see how we can update that records like a table. Update employees 85,000 where in and info. So Bob salary I want to update. So there is a Bob name. Here you can see Bob 80,000. So I just want to update that records. So here you can see, and you can get that data. Here you can see a summary of that views. Want to show you, yes. So here you can see that employee salary is updated, and when we fire that views, that data is also increased because when we perform that operations second, which is Bob is from second department, so that second department which is engineering, and that average salary is increased. Okay, let's see how materialized view works in the PostgreSQL. So it is a special kind of materialized view in the PostgreSQL. It's actually store the data in the like a tables in the disk. So physically you can see and treat like tables. So that data we do not need to calculate on the flies, and all the summaries of multiple tables will be there, and I just need to fetch that record, so that when we querying the data we do not need to summarize on that fly. So and to update that records we just need to schedule or refresh that data. It is a special type of view that it store results set physically on the disk, allowing for faster query performance, but require manual or scheduling refresh to update the data. So simply there is that view. So I take that same example and create same for materialized view. So I just need to write materialized view here, and that materialized view will be created. Or we can create that. Name is already exist because lookup will check that. So both we need to give that name math. So it will create that. And here you can see that materialized view is created. When we see that data is generated, but when we update some records on the tables, that data will not reflect. We need to refresh the data. So to select that, I just need to write select a strict from that materialized view name. So here you can see materialized view. I can select like that, like a normal tables, and to refresh that data, let's update that using the same queries. So I just want to increase that. So there is, suppose I just want to, so that data is updated, but when we select that records, the average salary is the same and total salary is also the same. So to update that records, we need to refresh that. So there is a refresh command, refresh materialized view and that views name. So here you can see when we refresh that, and then we can select the data will be updated. So here you can see that is increased. Okay, so like that we can update that records, and there is some difference of the both views. So basically regular or normal view does not require storage to store the data. It's a kind of virtual table, but for the materialized view it basically store physically data over the disk. Data freshness is always available for normal view, but we need to schedule the data refresh for the materialized view. For the regular view it may be slower bit because we need that aggregation or summary on the fly, and we can update that data both views, but when we update some tables in the records in the normal view we do not need to refresh, and with the materialized view we need to refresh, then we can get that updated counts. So basically when we updating any of the dependent tables we need to update that materialized view using refreshing that. So that data should be updated, and then performance will increase of that query because that data will be pre-calculated, and we can perform some index on the materialized view because the data is actually in the disk, and with the regular view we cannot perform that indexing because it's not table or actual data. It's just a query. Okay, so that's all about the views and materialized view in the PostgreSQL. I hope you understand it. Do let me know in the comment section if you have any queries. That's all. Thank you.